Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, a source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Steve Kul on the line, and he's owner and managing director over at Konnect Resources. Steve, welcome to the show.
Hey, Adam. Good to be on.
So excited to get into Konnect Resources. I mean, a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, executives listening, and recruiting, sales. I mean, all these things are definitely tops for our audience. So let's just dive right in. Tell us a little bit more about Konnect Resources and how you're helping your clients.
Great. Well, we've been in business. This is our sixth year. We started in 2015. And
congratulations there, first of all, Steve. Congrats. That's no simple task. You made it past the 5-year mark, right?
Yeah, that's what they said. So it's still, every day is an important day. So yeah, thank you. Well, so we've been around for 5 years. Our specialty more is on recruiting and workforce management. We've worked with several organizations from a small company all the way up to Fortune 500 corporations. We've worked with aerospace all the way to pharmaceutical or healthcare industry. Pretty much every position that you can think of, with exception to some of the warehouse and production area, just because of the amount of volume. But we focus more on quality as opposed to quantity. And we have great experienced recruiters and human resources managers that are that works with us, that partners with us within the company that could provide help with any clients that's looking to grow with their workforce and staff.
So talent acquisition, I mean, that's at the heart of any company. Strong HR, bringing in a new pipeline of workforce, especially at those higher level positions that you're filling. What are some things that you found, let's start from the company side. What are some things that you found from the company side that some of the clients you've worked with have kind of done to differentiate themselves in terms of attracting that top level talent? Let's start there.
Well, the most important thing that I've seen is the culture. A lot of it now is talking about the changes in culture within the company. They are offering, more of I would call it like internal incentives, such as having a nicer break room, giving them more time off, giving the work-life balance, providing the importance of being recognized as part of a company, helping grow a company as opposed to just a number or a person that fills in a seat. They do offer the other things like, the name of course is important of the company, but at the same time, just the extra perks that makes them feel like they're part of a growth of a company. That really stands out. And of course, the traditional offering like your 401k, 401k matching, the health benefits, the vision, dental, and that kind of stuff that comes a long way as well. And also having to have that strong vision and mission statement for a company that would be something of a standout, a key differentiator for our company as well.
Let's take that same question and let's kind of flip it around, and let's say from the applicant's perspective, what are some of the things that they can do or have done that you've seen that make them more attractive to potential employers?
A lot of it comes down to, what they have done in accomplishment in the past positions. We always urge them to list out quantifiable accomplishments, such as what they saved for the company, what they brought in terms of revenue generation. Things like that are like the key, like a major, something that companies would be interested in. And of course, the traditional offering like experience, tenure within the company, and also their personality is also a very important thing that recruiters for large corporations looks for. That what they offer that fits into the culture of a company.
No, it makes a lot of sense. And some of the topics you hit on, culture from both sides of the spectrum for the applicant and for the business. I mean, the culture fit has to be there. Are there any Are there any kind of trends in recruiting that you care to comment on, whether it's technology-wise or otherwise, that are just making things, making the process smoother and making, better, let's just say, matches?
Yeah, Adam, things are moving so fast right now. There's a lot of automation that's going on. From the perspective of talent acquisition in terms of looking for employees, the market is very scarce right now in terms of finding great candidates. So employers have to look deeper and be more creative at finding or sourcing for the right people until we can, before they even start the screening process. Now, a lot of them, because we deal with, you've probably heard this term before, the millennials, where the millennials like to do things really fast. They tend to like to, they don't really do very well with communicating via the phone. So sometimes the email, the texting, the social media contacts, they tend to work a little better. So we're seeing changes in that. In the past, it was a lot of the phone calls and that kind of thing. So companies have to be more open to doing things, with more automation, and it shows that they're keeping up with the growth and the culture that candidates are looking for as well as prospective candidates. So there's just a lot of changes there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. And I always like to kind of make the analogy of, it's kind of like with how competitive the job market is right now. It's like for both talent and otherwise. It's almost you're like looking for those off-market deals, if you will. So you have to go deeper and find people that are happily employed and show them why they can be even happier.
Yeah, and it's searching and having the ability to work with the computers to almost like some people would use with a bot. That's another thing that's automated with the searches. Another thing I've seen changing is people tend to look now more at your Glassdoor and other sites to look at review of the company. So obviously you gotta spend more time to manage your reviews in front of potential candidates that are looking for work. Sometimes, for instance, if we say, okay, we're looking to place for an XYZ position at this company, they can jump on to multiple sites and find out what the reviews are like from current and previous employees that used to work there, and then they can make a judgment on their own whether they want to go forward with the process or not. So that's another thing that we're starting to see changing as well.
Wow, that's big time. I figured at some point the market would change and people would do that. I think when I was just getting out of college, those kind of sites were just popping up, and you would see them, but they wouldn't be really built out. So it would be one or two reviews in it. So if you saw a bad review, then it was oh, that's not a big deal. That was probably just a disgruntled employee. They probably weren't a good employee anyway. They got fired, and now they're mad, so they're putting this review up. But as time goes on, if you start seeing a bunch of those, employers really have to think about brand management, because now as the years go on, and if those reviews keep on piling up like that, then maybe when somebody looks at it, they're not going to think, oh, that person is just mad because they got fired or they did a bad job. They're going to be thinking, well, how come there aren't any good reviews?
Right, exactly. So you're seeing that everywhere now. So it's a great trend, though. That it just shows that there's accountability from the employer side to make sure that they take care of their employees. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, it kind of democratizes the system, so to speak, in terms of the information and experiences people had, so they can kind of have a little bit of a feel for the company before they commit or maybe leave where they're currently at. So all great stuff there. So Steve, if somebody is listening to this, whether they're an employer and they're looking to fill some roles, or if they're maybe out in the market or just kind of want to put their feelers out, I mean, what's the best way for them to connect with Konnect Resources?
Well, they can reach us on our website at konnectresources.com. That's KONNECT resources.com. They can also call us at corporate headquarters at 562-473-4478. They can reach me directly as well at 562-508-6950. So there's multiple ways. We have our Facebook site. We have our LinkedIn page. Feel free to look me up on LinkedIn as well. I'm always on there. So there's definitely different ways that we can speak with each other.
Awesome. Well, hey, Steve, great having you on the show today, and thank you for giving us some updates on what's going on over at Konnect Resources and also what's going on in the applicant job market. So thanks for all of that. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Leave me a review. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, then don't forget to give that a subscribe. But leave us some comments in the comment section on the video. Love to hear to move the conversation over to our YouTube community. Steve, thanks again for coming on the show.